All right, y'all, it's time for another one. Today, southern right whale. Do you know that these guys are one of the few species that have no dorsal fin? I thought for sure that I was reading that incorrectly. Did all my research again. Sure enough, they don't have a dorsal fin. Look at the picture, they don't have a dorsal fin. So these guys are awfully cute, and this is stupid. Chase, redo this. All right, y'all, it's time for another one. Let's get into this southern right whale here. These guys are awesome. So we got a little different coloration from the last ones that we've done, so I skipped around the book a little bit because I needed some variety here. These guys are white and black. Now, you know the drill. There's really way more colors in them than that, and we're gonna explore that together here. I'm gonna start with some of the, I'm gonna take the 90 cool gray. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of area here around this blowhole because I know that that's got a little highlight there on this one. Kind of dips down in there. I'm gonna finish that line too because I didn't really get that line drawn in there. So it's gonna be a little interesting because this right here is dark on this whale. So I'm gonna draw that line. I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna fill that in. And I'm not gonna be shy about it. Okay, and then this whole area up here is gonna be dark. So I'm gonna do my usual, come in with the little teeny tiny baby circles, get this guy filled in pretty good. Then we'll go back over it with several more layers, darken it up because I don't want to start super dark right out of the gate because I want to put some other colors in here before I go crazy with it. And I also don't want him to look like a cartoon when I'm finished, so there's that as well. Now he's going to have like a halo effect around his back that's going to read like blues and greens. And I see some pinks on his beak, some lavenders. I see all the colors. So let's get in there and get that done. I don't think this page will take very long to do. I think we've come quite a ways with these dolphins, and I think I'm starting to catch on to how they get done. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna darken this up just a touch. I mean, it's really, really dark on here. I'm gonna grab, I'm gonna grab 70% cool gray. Come up here right along this edge here. I'm gonna put this 70% cool gray right there. And a little bit right there around this blowhole. And you don't really see these guys, their eyes, so I'm gonna leave a little bit of definition around there. And I'm gonna leave a little bit of a highlight up here. Gray, and I'm just going to start darkening all of this up. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to grab the black. I know, everyone shooketh, because I never use black. But you see that I'm using it on top of some other colors. I'm not 100% sure I like that. Let me grab the 90% warm gray. Ooh, this one's intense, y'all. Come in with the point all the way around the rostrum of that front dolphin there. Wow. Go. Now, right over the top. Okay. I want to grab some of this periwinkle. Come right over the top again. It's gonna create a lot of dust. It's gonna be okay. Come right in with the point of that right along the back side there. I just really want that to be highlighted. I got a little bit into his face. I didn't really want that to happen. It's okay. It's not terrible. I like it. It's good. It's good. Grab some of this. Uh-oh. I see how that cloud blue there? That's actually the soft light blue. I can come in here with that. Hit some of the highlight areas. Give him some lines across there like he's got some reflections from the water. But you gotta really dig in there for that. And that might not be perfect, but I'm good with that for right now. Now I'm gonna take the black and I'm gonna come in and start cleaning up some of this area here. And just darkening this up down here on the bottom. I mean, because they are dark, y'all. They are dark. Look at that. Not too shabby. Wow, that doesn't look terrible. That looks pretty good. I like it. Okay, okay. Chase says that I have to stop telling you that I don't think it looks terrible. So, fine. I think it looks great. How's that? I'm gonna come in here with a little bit more. Oh yeah, look at that. That works. That actually does work. Okay, I'm gonna put some of that in here too, right there on the top of his rostrum. And I know that that's gonna be more yellow here. It's gonna read more yellow. I'm gonna come in with this cream color, and I'm gonna start laying some of that in there. And that might be a little too intense, but I don't necessarily think it is. Now we're gonna have to come in with some other colors here, and just a little bit. Okay, so on this next one, I'm actually gonna color the white part first. I'm gonna get in there and get some of this done. Now his pectoral fins are closer to us, so they read a little whiter. The rest of him really reads like yellow. So we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. But it's got some blues and some greens in there as well. So it's gonna be a little challenging. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be just fine. So I'm gonna just very quickly with this cream color lay that in. Now that part right there is darker, but it's further away. So I'm gonna go in with the cool gray over that yellow right here. This is darker. Yeah. This is gonna have more green in it. So I'm gonna have to figure out which color of green to lay in there. And then it stops right here, and that water is gonna come up. And there's gonna be lots of water all in through there. So I'm gonna grab some of the blue, and and this is not the correct color of blue. I'm gonna grab powder blue here. And you see how when we just bring that right over the top. See, that looks real. And then we'll come in a little bit with some other colors and kind of play around with some of this here. Now I know that I'm gonna be able to see I'm gonna make some outlines here because I know I can see some of that color there. This dolphin has a lot of splashy water up on him, you always want to make sure that the watercolor is correct. And your natural instinct is to think that it's blue or that it's white, and it's a lot of colors in there. And I'm trying to get rid of some of the lines that I drew as best as I can here because I'm not overly a fan of some of that. And I always feel like it's much easier to paint the water than it is to try to draw the water in. And I'm still learning all this illustration stuff, so. Okay, so I know that that's there, and then we're gonna outline some of that there. We're just gonna have this kind of is coming up, and there's some other colors in here that make this fun. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's working. That's working. There we go. A little line here, maybe a little line here, a little line there. So I'm just gonna come in and kind of do a little bit of illustration work here. So I know I've got the water behind him, and I know I've got water in here on his body. But I also know that that body is black. So we're gonna do the 90% warm gray back here. So let's get this, let's come in and let's start laying that color in. Just like we did the last time. I'm making teeny tiny little baby circles here. Don't know what that is, but obviously I thought I needed to be able to see that, but in all reality, you don't see much of that. This is working here. We're gonna get this one done in short order. And this will be the first time I've ever illustrated a southern right whale. I'm gonna switch directions here. Feeling like there's going to be some shape change in this. So maybe that's a little bit darker there. So it comes up over that ridge. Okay, and then maybe this. Coming down this back, right back here, kind of in between where that water is. That's an illusion. Okay, there's that. Now let's start laying in some, let's go over it with the blue like we did last time. Did I go over it with this blue or not? There's paint in there because I used acrylic paint on the Irrawaddy, and it's the next page under. That's what it's hitting on. Okay, so I'm taking the 70% cool gray, and I'm just getting in here, pushing pretty hard. I'm gonna get it all covered up. And on this one, it's got a little bit of a blendy line there. It's very interesting. Very interesting looking whale. Gotta come in here and color a little bit darker and a little bit darker and a little bit darker. Okay, there's that. Now, we've got the 90% cool gray. Let's come in up here and start laying in some of that color. So you've got some of that other color showing through. So this is starting to just darken things up. Awesome. Got the black. A little bit darker still. I gotta turn this sideways just a little bit here so I can come around the corner with it. Same black. Look at that. That's not tan, that's not good. I like it. That's good. That's super good. Okay, we're gonna let that black bleed into the yellow just a touch. On the edge, just a touch, because that'll just connect the two so it won't look like a cartoon. Whew, my goodness. Okay. This is the 90% warm gray. Okay, there's that. I'm going to come in with the sky blue. Make a highlight there. Color in the water super hard. We'll figure that out in a minute. Look at that. It's got some water splashing up here, some water splashing up here. And they've just got the water all fired up here. Hey, hey. I don't know if that's correct or not. I've never seen one of these in person, so we're doing the best we can here. I'm gonna grab some indigo blue. I'm gonna put a little bit of that indigo blue right here. That's something else. That's already looking good. I'm gonna put the indigo back down. I'm gonna grab some of this cobalt turquoise and see if that's the color of the water here. That's pretty close, but I think it's got some of the green in it too. Yup, there's some of that green. Now we're gonna go over that with another color here in just a minute. This is true green. That's what the color says. Okay. That's a little too much green in some of those areas. So we're gonna go over it with some of this blue lake. How's that looking? It's looking okay. It's looking okay. We're gonna keep these two colors out. Let's see now. I think I want some light peach. Oh, yep, that's a good color. See how that black is kind of just bleeding into everything? It ain't terrible, but as you color over it, you're gonna have to wipe the tip of the pencil off there a little bit because that black's gonna come out into all of it. I just don't want that to happen. I don't want that. This is gonna be darker under here. Some streaks across his belly. Peachy color there. Blend some of where's my French gray 10%? There it is. This French gray has a little bit of a yellow undertone to it. This is peach beige. What does that look like? Oh, that's nice. Right in here, you're gonna have some darker color. You're gonna have all of that water. Now, I don't want to color all of this to beige because we're gonna have some of that. It's gonna need to be a little bit whiter. We're gonna come right over the top of that with the white. Come right into that, grabbed a little bit of that black there, right on my pencil. Because underneath his face, it's gonna be a little bit shadowed. Huh, look at that. That's cool, that works. Okay, gonna do the same thing up here. I'm gonna come up, grab some of the black, and I'm just gonna come in and start rubbing that in. See, I'm grabbing the black with the white, and then I'm putting it right underneath his. So much fun. So much fun. I'm gonna come in with some of this darker color right here, right underneath his belly, and here. I'm gonna take the white and I'm gonna blend it all out. Come in here on top of this green. Let's see what we can get done with some of this. That's pretty nice. Okay, so I'm gonna bounce around a little bit because these guys are so light colored that I'm gonna come in with the gouache and just see what happens when I put some gouache color behind them. Because I need to see what's happening here. Oh, I think I like it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now the water's got to be different color. So I'm just going to start laying in some of that color right here. You know, we've got some of it coming across there. This is going to be good. I think I want one of those gouache sets. See, this is more the color of the ocean here. This is cerulean. Definitely do not put this in your sky. This is definitely a water color only. It's way, way intense. Wow, that's really intense. Now I can come over that with some other colors. Just putting in the illusion of some lines here. Just gonna let that fade out into nothing. So now I think we have to let this all dry and then come back and see where we are with it. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I think I want to dip into one moment, please. Okay, got that handled. Lights back in place. Coffee, check. Watercolor spin swatch, check. I'm gonna use some of these watercolors on this. A little experimentational. So I'm feeling like I'm gonna get in here and get a little bit of this candy pink. And I'm feeling like there's gonna be some of this candy pink up here. Oh, that's perfect. Yep, here we go. This is where it all starts to come together. So there's a little candy pink up here, and this watercolor is transparent enough that you can see the yellows and the blues that are already there. Now I'm gonna come in and grab some of this ochre. It's the yellow gray. It's called yellow gray. And that's gonna come in right up here. Ooh, that's a little intense. So let's utilize this here. Put a dab of water there. I'm gonna grab some more of this yellow gray. love to use the colors, but it pains me to mark them all up. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab some of the just straight up gray. Mix these two together a little bit here. Okay, so there we go. Now let's come in. Let's start putting in some of this darker color. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay. Gotta be a little more pigmented. Looky there. That's not terrible. There we go. Yep. Now it's going to be a little bit darker right here underneath his pectoral fin. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's working. Y'all, I always act surprised because I am surprised. I'm a novice at this watercolor stuff. Come in and add some more color down here. Gonna grab some more of it. See that yellow gray is really intense, but when I add a little bit of the regular gray to it, it brings it down a bit, sets it down just a touch, so it's not so crazy. Gonna wipe my brush off a little bit on the paper towel. Gonna grab a little bit of the white here. There we go. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Perfect. Grab some more white. These are the pectoral fin colors. Okay, so we know that that's going to be lighter, so we'll come back in with a highlighty color for that. I want to grab a little bit of my darker. This is the Payne's gray. Oh, well, it's kind of tainted because I had white on my brush. A little bit of the Payne's gray. Just gonna come in, throw some of that color in there. So there's some variance in the dark. I dig that. Yep, that works. That works for me. Okay, a little bit more of the pink. We've got pink up here on his rostrum. This is that candy pink. Just add a little bit more color here. A little bit of that gray. Painting a little bit thick, almost like gouache here. I'm gonna gray up this whole area. I'm gonna grab some green in just a minute. Oh, that's fun. Yep, I like it. grab some of that darker. It's the yellow gray is what I'm doing. I'm grabbing that yellow gray. And it's pretty intense. So we're gonna add a little tiny skosh of purple to that, just to set that down a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, I can get behind that. I can definitely get behind that. Okay. Uh-huh. Here in the... And you know, the thing is that I've drawn lines on this just because I had to draw the actual whale. So you're not going to be able to cover up all the lines. It's not ever going to be 100% blendy and perfect. But I think that this is pretty dang close to being really, really good. I'm going to grab some of this candy blue here, because that's probably a really nice color on his body. Yep. Yep. Yep, that's a great color on his body. Wow, I like it a lot. And then we'll come back in here in just a sec. And oh, look at that. Oh, look. Oh, wow. I had no idea it would do that. It's really opaque. That's fun. That's real fun. Let's go into this candy blue green. Gonna add some of that here. Candy blue green. Look at how much fun this is. Oh my goodness. Okay, candy blue. Okay, so I want to play with some of the metallic-ies on these guys, so I'm going to add a metallic-y highlight across the rostrum here. I'm going to add some metallic-y highlights on the pectoral fins. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it, but I'm going to attempt to bring out some pizzazz. I love these watercolors so much. And if not, and then if it doesn't work, then I can use the paint pens, no problem at all. That won't be an issue. So I'm gonna come back into some more of this white, and I'm probably gonna transition into the white gouache. And I know we've got, yeah, I think I'm gonna transition to the white gouache so that I can see the watercolor lines a little bit, or the lines on here a little bit better. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I feel like that's a pretty good representation. It could be a little darker, not gonna lie, could be a little bit darker. Let's grab a little bit of that Payne's gray in with that yellow. Oh, there we go. That's a better. My biggest hang up is going darker. I always have commitment issues with how dark of a representation I'm willing to go on these, because you cannot come back from the super dark. So it would be dark underneath here. It's a great field note study. I'm really happy with the way these are looking. I really happy with the way they're looking. Could they be a little bit darker? Yes. Am I gonna make them a little bit darker? Probably. There we go. There's your darker color. I'm gonna wipe that off. Gonna blend that back down. That's the thing with the watercolor too. Sometimes you can just wipe it back down. Wipe that back down. So there we go. We have that. That's enough. I'm gonna call that part good. Now I want to get the water a little more intense, and then we're done. I'm gonna clean my palette here real well. Ooh, that yellow stained my palette. Okay. So this is done. I'm done with these for right now. Now I want my usual, I'm gonna use the palette for the gouache too. Look at this. There we go. There we go. Which one is this? What is this? Cerulean. Okay. Let's see here. So we know we have this line. This comes out. Got a little bit of this and this. I'm not going for perfection because I'm not going to spend, because it's hours to paint water like this. So we're just going for the illusion of the water splashing up. And draw some lines. Come back in here. Tone some of this down. I'm just going to bounce right over all of those wet lines there. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Now, I don't want to water down the paint too much, but because I'm not watering down the paint too much, it's going on pretty thick. So just be aware that that's a thing. I want to pull some of that water off of his pectoral fin. Okay. Again, I'm just putting in some bouncy squiggles because I just need to start to see where all of that is happening. See, that's coming right off of that pectoral fin, and that water is just fluid. Water's beautiful. I love water. I could stare at water just like I could stare at fire. Constantly in motion, constantly evolving, constantly changing colors. I think that's part of the reason why I love being out on the boat so much. That and the wildlife that you get to see and be exposed to. Okay. Gonna come in up here, a little bit of this white. And this white should have yellow in it, but it doesn't. I'm not gonna fuss with mixing white for this. I'm just gonna lay some color in up here, and we're gonna just call it good. I'm actually quite pleased with how this looks. The looser I do these, the more I like them. I might untrain all of my photorealism. After all, it might be a successful situation. Can add a little more. Disturbance down here. Okay. I'm gonna clean my brush, clean my palette. All right, I think I'm gonna call it. I literally think that that's just that. I think I've gotten that one done. What do y'all think? Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this, because I'm pretty happy with this. It's the first time I've ever illustrated southern right whales. Signature wise. There it is, signed, sealed, and delivered. All right, y'all, that's your southern right whale. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Coloring Passports. I'm Rio, and I'll catch you on the next page.